everyone. Rhonda Gibson here with Gibson Girl Stampers. Today is National Card Making Day, and as promised, I came on to do a Facebook Live. So I'm here. I don't know if anybody else will be popping on. I hope that they will. I know it takes Facebook a minute or two to us where we're live and everybody can see us and everything. I'm trying to figure out. I got two necklaces on today, and the reason I have two necklaces on is because yesterday I was expecting my new Stampin' Trimmer, and I didn't get my new Stampin' Trimmer, but I did get, I'll show you, I'm going to pull it off real quick. I did get my necklace from Stampin' Up for making my silver. I think you guys can see that pretty good. Isn't that beautiful? It has a little tag here. This is Stampin' Up on it, and then it's got this beautiful jewel that I love my new necklace, so I have it on, and I was trying to fix it so that it wasn't choking me. So I'm going to stick it back on, and there we go. So we have that. Also, the reason I came on is because, like I said, it's National Card Making Day, and I am all excited about that, so I wanted to share a quick card with you. It's a thank you card. It looks like this, and you know, it's funny because when I practice this, you can see these really pretty, but then whenever I actually go live, it's not so pretty. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I know there's nobody here yet, and it's taken a couple of seconds for it to go live, but I want to go ahead and I'm going to put the camera down because I do have kids coming here in a little bit. We're going to move some furniture around and do fun things that we do on Saturday. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to tilt it down. We're going to do this card real quick. I hope you guys enjoy this. I loved doing this. Oh, you can see the card better down here. It's a thank you card, and I forgot to stamp on the inside, so we will do that in just a moment also. But it's very simple. It's actually on a note card size, which is 5 by 3.5, so it's 5 inches by 3 inches a half across. And I love this set, guys. It's Nature's Beauty. It's in our Christmas catalog, which I have around here somewhere. I tossed it on the floor. Let me get that real quick. It's in our Christmas catalog, and it's on the very last page. And I'm going to show it to you real quick. And here we go. It's on the very last page, and it's our Make a Difference set. And the reason it makes a difference is because for everybody that buys one, it costs $21. $3 of every sale goes towards mental health organizations, and I am real excited about this because this is near and dear to my heart. I have I just love the set. So as you saw last week, I used it on, well, actually it was this week, it was on Monday. I used it and we made a card, and today we're going to make another one. And then I also used Kindness and Compassion stamp, and I used the thank you out of it. So I love this set too. This is a great set for sympathy cards and for thank you for sending sympathy cards, which that's just an extra little thing that we do sometimes we have to do. So anyway, there's your two sets. I'm going to set them to the side, and then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use the deer, and we're going to use the thank you, and I already have them pre-mounted because I wanted to do this kind of quick. Then we're going to use the Early Espresso ink pad, and we're going to use the Cajun Craze ink pad, and I have both a new one and an old one, the new style and the old style. Okay. All right, so let's get started. We're going to use, this piece is my it's on Whisper White cardstock, and it is 5 by 3.5. I'm going to use Designer Series paper from our Gathering Together Designer Series paper pack, and I'm going to use 2 pieces of scrap paper. Very simple card, guys. We might also use a few sequins here in a minute, but you know, it's all good. So the first thing I want to do is I want to do my stamping, because if I mess up on the stamping, I can always turn the piece of paper over. So we're going to start with the Early Espresso. And we're going to stamp our deer. Now there's several ways you can do this. I'm going to give you a quick tip. If you don't want to accidentally get ink all over the sides here, you can always ink it like this, which is what I do a lot of times when I'm off camera. And I thought, why am I doing that when I'm on? So as you can see, there's nothing there. It went really dark, which is nice. I wanted it really dark. And then because I'm using a clear block, I can see I'm going right over the top. Hopefully you guys are not getting my head. And this is just a scrap piece. But this, if you wanted to measure this scrap piece out, it's about a 3 1/4 by 1 1/2. And there's our little deer. Isn't he pretty? Love it. We'll get out my Simply Chamois. Love my Simply Chamois. You guys are, you know I do. I'm just going to set it down real quick. I keep it in one of our cases just so it'll help retain the water. And I really got a lot of ink on that. So as you can see, it's all clean. Clean. And I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to get it out in a minute again. And then I'm going to get my thank you. And I'm going to grab this other scrap piece of paper. And I'm going to put it kind of close to the bottom of this scrap paper. Ooh, I've got it really, it's a really tiny scrap paper. I would say the scrap paper is probably about a 2 1/2 by 1 1/2 piece. Ta-da, very pretty. Again, I'm going to grab my Simply Chamois. I'm going to clean this off. I clean my stamps as I go, otherwise I have messes later. And so just clean them as you go, and that helps. Okay, we're done with the Early Express. So I'm going to put it away. I'm going to grab the Cajun, and you push it from the bottom is how it opens, and you flip it over. And I went with Cajun Craze because that's the color, the orangey color that you're seeing here in the side. And what I did on mine is I just flick it off to the side, and I really wanted that little side darker. So I'm really kind of giving it a good flick. And if you look at you might not be able to see it, but on the sample, my first one, I just went around and did it on the sides first, and then I went and I did the, oops, I just done my thumb, or my finger rather. Then what I did was I took, and I'm getting it nice and dark because I really want those edges darker. Then I just took and I went off just a little bit on the side here, and I went in and I just lightly colored around him. Now I could have masked him off. My good friend Elizabeth was telling me how I could do that, and I could have done it, but I'm not really getting a whole lot on there. I just wanted it to be enough that it kind of stands out. And so I'm not worried about covering him up or making him Cajun colored, which it's called Cajun Craze. So, oh, I also have to do the thank you. Now the thank you, as you can see, is kind of big. So I'm going to take my big scissors, and I'm just going to get close to that top of that K. I'm just going to cut, and I'm trying to make it straight. Hopefully I got it straight. Well, it doesn't look quite straight. I may have to get out the my chopper here in a minute. But you know what? It's not too bad. So I'm going to keep it as is. And I'm going to do the same thing, only with it, I don't want to cover up my words thank you. I'm just going to go around the edges really fast with the Cajun. This is one of my favorite things to do. It just adds just a little bit of color to your white paper, and it makes it really stand out. And I want that thank you to stand out. And if I wanted to, I could go over it with a Wink of Stella or something like that. But this card really is not a Wink of Stella kind of card, or at least I don't feel like it is. So I'm done with my Cajun Craze for the moment. Now I probably will get back out my Early Espresso here in a minute, guys, but for right now, I'm good. So all we're going to do is we're going to put this on. Here's that paper I was telling you about. Isn't that pretty? That's the one side. And you could even use the other side, and you could still make it stand out really pretty. But I'm feeling in the fall mood, so I wanted to do this side. So I'm going to get out my liquid glue. And I am just really quickly going over here, and it looks like I'm by myself today, but that's okay because I didn't give anybody a whole lot of notice that I was going to do this, and It is National Card Day, so I'm hoping everybody's at home making their cards, or at least out and enjoying this nice fall weather that we're having here in New Mexico. And as you can tell, this card opens different than the other one, but that's okay. It's still the same size. It's still a 5 by 3.5 note card. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to put him down flat because I like him, and normally I would probably put him up on dimensionals, but I want the thank you to be the star of the show today. And I remember why. I'm just going to center him right there. And he is just gorgeous as is. And then I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to put my thank you on the inside. And that's because I really kind of just wanted this one to look a little different. And it's very plain at the moment, which is okay. You can always dress it up, right? Get that back open. And we're going to, I think what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to stamp both of them with another deer. I'm going to put my thank you kind of more to the top, like so. Love it. And then I'm going to put my lid back on my glue before I forget. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the early espresso back out again. And real quick before I forget, because I forgot a while ago, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this deer. Oh, by the way, today is my little brother's birthday. His name is Marty. And Marty, I'm wishing you a happy birthday. Let's see. I think I'm going to put her right here on this side. I may be wishing I'd put her on the other side, but I'm going to try it here. Put it here. And that's what the inside of the card will look like. And that's what the outside looks like. Pretty nifty, huh? And I'm going to go ahead, while I've got the ink and the deer out, I'm going to do the same thing on this one, only I'm going to let them fill out the middle. Now, these are going to be my thank you cards for this month's, for my September orders. So if you ordered from me in September, be looking for one of these cards as a thank you card. And what I do with my thank you cards is I don't fill them in. It's my gift to you for ordering me. So ordering from me, it's a thank you card. And you can regift it if you want to, because I'm not going to write anything in here. I'm going to leave that up to you. As my customer, which if you've been my customer for very long, you already know I do that. But if you're new to my store or anything and you order, then you know you're going to get a nice thank you card. And I'm just using my bone folder to flatten that so it's not popping up. And I'm thinking I wanted to add a little bit of sequins to both of these. So these sequins are from one of my past paper pumpkins. And I'm going to grab it. And I don't know how this is going to work, guys. This was just a thought I had earlier, and I thought I'm going to grab those, and then when I go live, I'm going to use them. I'm using the new Take Your Pick tool. I haven't used mine a lot because I really like the old one better, but I do like, let's see if I'm doing this right. I do like that little putty that comes out the end of that because it picks up sequins really well. So I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to put a couple of dots here on this one at the bottom. I might put 3. That way I can put 3 of them on there just for fun. And then I'm going to use this little tool, and that putty just keeps coming out. And I like it because it came out, and now I can just, come on, get off. It wants to stick. I see, you can tell I haven't used it very much. It just kind of sticks to my hand too. Well, and it might be because it's just a little bit too long, the putty is, but that's okay. And when I did it on the side. There we go, that'll be better. And you can use it to poke things down, and I really like that because it just makes it a lot easier once you get the hang of it, which sometimes it takes me a minute. I like to use my bone folder sometimes and just gently pat them once I got them down. And there's 3, and I think I'm going to do one more. What did I do with my glue? I threw it off to the side. I think I'd kind of like to put one maybe up here, just on my thank you. I'm going to lay that down and find another one of those pretty Cajun Um, it just fell. Just, guys, this really does work better than what I'm making it look like, and you could actually use the spatula end to push it down too if you wanted to. But there we go. That dressed that up pretty good, don't you think? That one's been dressed up. And now real quick, I'm going to dress up the other one. I'm going to do the same thing. I'll put just a dot of glue in these corners and dress it up. I want some more of that one kind. Anyway, here we go. I really thought my Stampin' Trimmer was coming yesterday, and I was going to do a live and show you the difference between it and the other one, and I still intend to do that when it comes in, so we'll be looking for that. And then I also have something else that's coming in that I'm real excited about, so when it comes in, I'll let you know. If you would like to know in advance when I'm going to go live, if you will just drop me a comment below and say, you know, I'd like to have a 15-minute warning before you go live, let me know in the comments, and I will make sure and get you a private message sent out. And that way it'll go right into your box. I'm going to use this putty end, or this flat spatula end. Press that down. And there we go, guys. There's our cards. And like I said, they're easy to make. They were fast. They would have been fast if I already had my sequins out. But, you know, sometimes I decide these things at the last minute. Put that away. I love my paper pumpkin sequins when they send us those. I keep mine in a spice jar. I have all different kinds of spice jars, but this is the clove one. I grabbed it and I put them in that, and that's how I store my sequins. And anyway, that's our card for the day. If you liked anything you saw, I would love to have you as a customer if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And my address is at the top. And my, I'll tell you real quick because I'm going to put this up on YouTube also. It's gibsongirlstamper.stampinup.net, and that'll take you straight to my store. And then if you'll use the host code, the October host code, which is right here, then that will help me. And if your order is over $150, do not use that host code because you will get Stampin' Up! Benefits, and I use my benefits so that I can buy prizes and fun things for you guys. So anyway, thank you everybody for stopping by. And this Gibson girl is saying bye-bye for now. You guys have a great day. Enjoy your card. Don't forget, send out cards for National Card Day. Even if you don't do it today, you can do it another day. This Gibson girl saying bye-bye.